when or if I'll post this, but today's September 15th and it's 9:05 a.m. and yesterday at 5 p.m. I was fired from my job for posting a video saying I don't care about Charlie Kirk's death. In the video that I posted,
My name is Nancy D, and I was fired on Friday for saying that I was having a hard time finding empathy for Charlie Kirk.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
So my name and my company's name was put out there, and then my company was flooded with calls for my termination, and this is day one of unemployment.
Say that again?
This is day one of unemployment.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill ourselves, we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
University is under a lot of fire after 3 of their professors came out celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk. One of the longest serving professors at Clemson University, Robin Newberry, who's making over 6 figures a year, posted this saying, in a world full of Charlie Kirks and Brian Thompson's, the United Healthcare CEO, be a Tyler Robinson or a Luigi Mangione. This man as well, Melvin Earl Villiver, who is an assistant professor of audio and global black studies, also celebrated the passing of Charlie Kirk. He said, the day that Charlie Kirk passed, today was one of the most beautiful days ever. The weather was perfect, sunny with a little breeze. This was such a beautiful day. And then he made comments about Charlie Kirk with very derogatory remarks that I had to hide here. Now, originally, Clemson University acknowledged all of these professors and what they were saying, but said that they had a right to free speech. But with all of the backlash they've gotten, Clemson University has now said today that they have suspended 1 of those professors, but not all 3. And now, out of the blue, Clemson has called an emergency board meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. and people are calling on them to fire all 3 of those employees.
A College of Sequoia student took this video.
Yeah, I hope every one of his family dies, and their children, and their grandchildren, and their grandchildren, and their grandchildren to eternity.
I don't know if this teacher should be fired, but I want us all to agree that no authority figure should be condoning political violence.
Multiple Mariposa County parents angrily addressed the school board during its monthly meeting Thursday.
A teacher who allegedly stated they were glad Charlie Kirk is dead and told MAGA kids to go home and cry.
Parents say there's no room for these comments in the classroom.
These comments send a harmful message that individuals who share Charlie Kirk's opinions or beliefs are somehow deserving of violence or death.
The Mariposa County Unified School District sent parents a statement this week and reads in part, "We are currently investigating a complaint involving alleged comments made by a Mariposa County high school staff member."
Let's be real. This is Fascism 101. Teachers being fired over personal social media posts about Charlie Kirk. States that, like Florida and Texas, even setting up hotlines to report teachers. That's not education policy. That's a witch hunt. Our social media is our First Amendment right. Comments in a classroom to students, now that's a different conversation. But punishing teachers for what they say on their own time, that's control. And history doesn't whisper here, it screams. In the 1930s, authoritarian regimes targeted educators first, silencing teachers, firing professors, banning books. Sound familiar? This isn't about protecting kids, it's about policing thought. If you care about freedom, you should care about this, because today it's teachers and tomorrow it'll be anyone that disagrees.
When or if I'll post this, but today's September 15th and it's 9:05 a.m. and yesterday at 5 p.m. I was fired from my job for posting a video saying I don't care about Charlie Kirk's death. In the video that I posted, I specifically said I wasn't celebrating it, but that I just don't care. And yet I was still fired from a job where my role was to increase educational equity to all students. That was my job. That was like...
Maybe if you didn't care about Charlie Kirk's death, you wouldn't have posted anything. I'm just saying, if you don't care, be quiet, stay to yourself, and move on with your life, man. And you avoid losing your job. What do y'all think, family? Let me know in the comment section. I mean, man, just can't make this up. If you didn't care to begin with, maybe if you actually really didn't care, you wouldn't have posted anything about it. But it seemed like you cared enough to post something about it or say something about it. I tell you, man, y'all are some of the worst, you know. Didn't want to play victim.
It wasn't really just my job, it was like my identity too. Like that's been my whole career. Like, how can we get the highest quality education to as many students?
Don't cry now. Nobody care about your sob story. You sob, you're here crying. Nobody cares, man. If you didn't care to begin with, why did you come out and post or say anything about it? That's all. You shot yourself and you shot your own self in the foot.
I worked at a nonprofit where I taught reproductive health to LGBTQ youth and youth in foster care in Dallas, Texas. And like, that was hard, but after I did it, I was so proud of myself, and I told myself I wouldn't go back to a job where like I couldn't be my authentic self, and I thought that's what I had in my job. And actually, the funny thing is I wasn't fired for saying that I don't care about it, because everyone on my team agrees with that, or everyone I've talked to, and people can say that, and I would have been okay to say that in my team chat at work. But I was fired because I was doxxed by someone who knows me, and they posted my job and my LinkedIn to the white supremacists. And so that's why I was fired, not actually because of what I said, which also hurts because like I was good at my job. I liked it a lot. And I feel so grateful because my coworkers have been reaching out to me and just like telling me they'll be my references and making sure I'm okay. And it feels good to know that I built a community there and that the people there see my character.
Oh boy. Go to the next clip.
It was fired on Friday for saying that I was having a hard time finding empathy for Charlie Kirk. Apparently I was doxxed by a convicted and pardoned January 6th on Twitter. And so my name and my company's name was put out there, and then my company was flooded with calls for my termination, and this is day one of unemployment. But I've now started getting calls to my personal cell phone, and I'm worried that like not just my name and my employer's information is out there. I'm worried that like my phone number and my home address are. I can't find where to go look for that. Can someone help me, please? I don't know what I'm doing here.
Thought I'd do a quick check-in after yesterday and all of the drama. I want to reiterate that it is not wrong or unethical or unkind to laugh at the misfortunes of terrible people. That Charlie Kirk incited violence. That's what he did. And then that came back to haunt him. That was his...
What the hell she got on her head? What's this patch of Skittles she got on top of her head? Rainbow swirl on top of her head. We need to be laughing at you, man. You know, we need to be laughing at this miserable haircut you got. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't get what these people come on here trying to sound like they just know everything, like they're just some smart professor. You know, they've read all the books. Like, get out of here with this crap with these big ass glasses on.
Decision. So it's got nothing to do with the people who are laughing and joking about him becoming a human water fountain.
And then she just
moments later.
So I received information that I've been doxxed on X, so I'm going to have to step away for a little bit. And the AFP have been contacted, and also the E-Safety Commission as well have been contacted, because there's been a large number of threats coming through. And the irony of this situation, that all I did was say some words that offended some people, and now people have decided to take that into the real world and start, you know, threatening and harassing and abusing people out in the real world based on their inability to manage their emotions. I even had some people say to me that apparently they made a report to the AFP, the federal police, about me. I'm like, what did I do other than say something that hurt your feelings? Like, that's free speech. You the ability to speak, even if that's something that personally offends you or you find distasteful. We don't all have to agree on things. In fact, we shouldn't all agree on things. So yeah, I'll be around later, I guess, and yeah, just think before you.
Woman called Charlie Kirk a water fountain because of how the blood shot out of his neck. Just evil, man. But this is what we're seeing right now. Good versus evil. It's not left versus right. It is good versus evil.
Try to take things offline, or you try to escalate things.
Get this heifer off my screen. I don't even want to hear the rest of this clip.
Part 3 of Let's Make These People Famous for the horrid things that they have said about Charlie Kirk and his unaliving. And I actually need your help with one of these because they claim that their job is here on TikTok, but no one can figure out what their account is. Let's make it very clear, it doesn't matter what political party you're on, none of these are okay under any circumstance. These are some doozies, so trigger warning. This here is Jasmine, and she is a suicide prevention follow-up coordinator. According to public information, she works for the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. And she said, if you haven't said anything about, and then named a bunch of stuff, but we want to talk about how we should not feel or react to how a blank dude blank literally shut the blank up and talk to yourself. Do some self-reflection and interrogation of why you speak up for a white man who spewed horrid blank against every marginalized community. No heart, please look at who and what you're speaking up for. This right here is a video which I have and I'll play for you. And she is an Idaho cheer coach. And she actually did lose her job. The school district put this out saying, like many in our school community, we are shocked and saddened by its content. That she violated the school district policy and she has been terminated.
Get what you deserve. I just saw the looks like he got shot in the neck or chest. I mean, I'm not saying I wish death upon someone, but that's what I'm saying for this mother. I hope he's dead. Is that gonna get me arrested? I hope he's not dead. Oh no, pray for Charlie Kirk. Oh no. And he's a huge advocate for gun rights. If that is an irony, I don't know what is. Today's a good day. Today's a good day.
And then we have this guy right here that says he would actually be the one to do the unaliving and claims his job is here on TikTok, but no one can find his page. So help us find this guy, because here's what he said.
You support Charlie Kirk being killed? I do. On the day you support his shooting?
Yep, sure do. It's freedom.
You support Charlie Kirk shooting?
He does all a favor.
Would you shoot like Charlie Kirk?
I would have killed him myself.
You would have killed yourself? Okay. Do you have a job here in Seattle?
Nope.
You say anything about Charlie Kirk online that your employer does not like and they fire you, there may not be much you can do about that.
Actions have consequences. Yeah. Go on post. Go on make your little Facebook, Instagram, TikTok post. Go on say your freedom of speech. Yeah. Actions have consequences.
Miss Paige Sparks, I'm an employment lawyer, and this makes my eye twitch. Misstated all over the internet. You don't have an absolute freedom of speech against everyone for everything. Your constitutional rights, like the Bill of Rights, which includes the First Amendment freedom of speech, primarily protects you from the government, not against individual people or private entities. The U.S. Constitution limits the government's power. It is not meant to regulate private behavior in between people or in between businesses that have nothing to do with the government. I'll give you an example. If you make a public post online saying, fuck the government, a cop cannot show up at your door and arrest you for saying that. That is a violation of your First Amendment freedom of speech. As an employer, I'm a private entity. I have nothing to do with the government. So if my wonderful law clerk says, fuck Paige Sparks online on a public post, I could fire her for that and there's nothing she could do. There are, of course, some exceptions, like if a private entity is acting on behalf of the government or if you are a municipal actual employee, and technically you have a government entity employer. But in general, you only have the freedom of speech protected against the government, not other people. I have actually sued the government before for violations of freedom of speech. Speech does not have to be just spoken to be protected. Actions can be considered speech too, like burning the flag, or if you flash your lights to warn other people of a cop sitting on the side of the road, that is also protected speech. Comment to let me know what other questions you have about the law. If you see people saying this incorrectly online.
It's obvious to me that the conservatives who are in support of Charlie Kirk and trying to get people fired from their jobs have not thought this through. So let me do it for you. You guys hate when people are on unemployment benefits or welfare or food stamps or government assistance, right? When you call and try to get them fired, if it works, you are the one who has to pay their bills now. You are the one who is going to be funding their life. Because what they're going to do is they're going to go file for unemployment. And because their employer fired them, they're going to get it. And as much as you guys say you hate it when
cookie.
progressives and leftists and liberals use food stamps or welfare or government assistance, you're pushing them to do it more. You're threatening people's livelihood for having different opinions as you. Let's see how it goes, I guess.
At the same time, I tell everybody, it's like, you know, we're all sheep going towards the flock. Yeah. And that's the end is God. He walked up. I'm sorry, where God is, the gold spray can. He just walked up and started spraying it, and everybody jumped in.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you fuck with proud Americans. You get your ass beat.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This is what happens.
Holy God, right? You don't do this, we're better than this.
This is what happens when you do this shit in Pensacola. You get your ass fucking beat. Look at this little bitch. Crying like a little bitch.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Being held. I want my mommy. Well, maybe next time you don't go down to a fucking memorial and try to spray paint and be disrespectful. This is what you get.
Yeah, he tried to spray paint a memorial. Believe Charlie Kirk. Around and found out, didn't he? You gonna F around and find out. So it.
When will you guys learn?
Do what I can, you know? Good. Stuck to the whole thing.
Oh, thank you.
I did.
Okay. Until Charlie Kirk got murdered, am
no,
I right?
I don't. I care about murdering. You know that.
Really?
You know
okay,
it's.
So did
do you know
ever
it's
stand
illegal?
Here for Palestine? Did you ever stand here for Gaza? Did you ever?
I don't know what's going on over there, so I'm not going to just blindly pick a side like you are.
So you don't fucking care.
I don't know.
You only care about people you care about.
You don't know anything about me.
Obviously, you care about what you care about.
I care about someone getting murdered for their freedom of speech. It's a threat to democracy.
Yes, it's sad, but people get murdered with guns
okay, so
every
then,
day.
so why are you?
So
why do you
you're
care?
Standing on the fucking street.
It bothers you that much?
Yes, because you're literally like
so my freedom of
praising.
speech.
You're praising somebody. You are praising somebody.
It bothers you?
That literally said if his 10-year-old daughter was
He
raped.
didn't say that.
Yes, he did. It's on camera.
Oh my gosh,
your
you guys
only
are a
response,
joke.
all you Republicans, your only response.
All you Republicans.
Yes, your only response is,
well,
oh no, he didn't say
so
that.
You think Charlie Kirk deserved to get murdered?
I never said that.
So
See
then,
how you guys twist people's words?
Okay, so
See
then,
how you twist people's words? Get the fuck out of here.
Don't fucking
you want to touch me? You want to fucking touch me, bitch?
Don't fucking
I'll
touch
beat
me.
your fucking ass.
You really won't. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. You kicked me.
You started
fucking
it.
kicked me.
If you or someone you know have been fired by a company that is caving to white supremacy right now, we have created a website that will be up in about 24 hours called Fired for Freedom. Firedforfreedom.visual.com.
Who's caving from white supremacy right now? Boy, y'all are something else, boy. We live amongst some of the most sad and most pathetic individuals, man. Boy, boy.
This website lists out businesses and schools for terminating employees for freedom of expression. There will also be a link to email us if you have been targeted by doxing white supremacists. As I said yesterday, this sword will cut both.
Yeah, you just can't make this up. Y'all like episodes and, series like this? Let me know. We'll do another part 3 to it. You just can't make this up. But there's so many people right now that are around and finding out. Thousands have been fired, And then they come on. What really kills me, they come and post a video and says, well, I didn't care about Charlie Kirk dying. Then why did you make a post? Why did you go out and tweet? Why did you go out and post yourself on the internet saying this and that if you didn't care? But hey, y'all know how this all plays out, man. I love y'all. God bless you all and your family. And I will catch y'all in the next one on today's show. Peace and love, you guys.